Series A funding, also known as financing or Series A investment, means first venture capital funding for a startup. Keep it in mind, first venture capital funding for a startup. Generally, people get confused with some terminologies. We'll talk about it in the later episodes. The Series A funding round precedes the Series B funding. Series A refer to the class of preferred stock sold. If you remember, I talked about sharing in my previous videos of raising capital trusts. Receiving a Series A funding. Series A round is an important milestone for startup companies. Aside from the funding being much larger than the seed round is small. Just to give a kickstart, investors would like to wait and watch how the startup founder works, behaves, and renders results. Companies need to demonstrate they have minimum viable project. In abbreviation, it is MVP, to acquire an A round of series of funding. And not just a great idea or team. They have to prove, as I said, they have to work hard. They have to work continuously, persistently. Then after getting a seed funding from anyone, maybe from their father, maybe from their friend, maybe from the mentor or any venture capitalist, then the time goes out of the hand. They have to work day and night to reach the round of Series A funding. It is actually not easy for the Series A funding when the seed funding companies graduate to a Series A funding. Let me repeat, it is not easy for seed funded companies to graduate to a Series A funding round. It is a very bitter fact of life. Most of the startup founders go off the track after getting seed funds. And when they lose the time between Series A and seed fund, the required time as envisaged and the milestones set by the investors, it becomes difficult to get Series A funding. There are too many ifs and buts. In fact, less than 10% of companies, the exact figure is 10% of the companies that raise a series round are successful in then raising Series A investment. 90-10. That's why I said you have to give up everything, work hard, seriously, sincerely, continuously. Understanding what I'm saying? A Series A investment provides venture capitalist, in exchange for capital, the first series of preferred stock after the common stock issued during the seed round. Make note what I've said. This is the crux of achieving the Series A round stage. Generally speaking, a Series A finance company or investor provides up to a couple of years of runway for a startup to develop its products. Couple of years from seed to Series A. The youngsters say, I have started my venture. Within 6 months, I've done this, I've done that, I've done this, I've done that. And now I should get Series A funding. No, this is where 90% people fail. Only 10% people get success to the Series A chorus. I repeat, a Series A financing provides up to a couple of years of runway for a startup to develop its products, team, and begin to execute on its go-to-the-market strategy. Go-to-the-market. Idea, on the paper, on the presentation, a pitch deck, seed fund in, start working, develop the product, create a proper team, and evolve a methodology to go to the market. It sounds very easy, 3 steps. I've been discussing with very many startup founders. They're impatient. They're really impatient. Sir, मेरा करोड़ रुपया लग गया सर, मैं पापा से और कितना ले लूं? Series A funding, average and valuation. I also talked about it in my previous series, average and valuation. Here it comes again. Average Series A funding amounts in 2021. The average of Series A funding amount in 2021, if you look at the numbers, the mean Series A funding round has grown steadily over the years and is currently around $20.8 million as of 6th February 2021. It is an authentic data. It is worth noting that the mean Series A is significantly higher than the median Series A. For Q1 2020, the median early stage financing, which includes Series A and B, was around 6.7 million. Q1 2020, Q1 2021, 6.7 to 20.8. Big rise. This is the significant disparity between the mean and the median exists. Because of an increasing amount of mega rounds, particularly among biotech startups. Everybody thinks biotech is the future. Biotech, the money spinner. Biotech, small setup. Biotech, large production. Biotech, oh my God, small team, small investment, small production shop. Investors are very wise. They are supported by the best of brains to analyze the things at all levels. We go with the physical level in our mind. हमने ये कर लिया, इतना हो गया, इतना हो जाएगा, उसने इतना किया, उसने इतना किया, उसने इतना किया, उसका इतना हो गया. अब तो हो जाएगा, मेरे को इतना पैसा मिल जाएगा, मैं इतना कर लूंगा. कैसे कर लूंगा? Those people have got actual word is scanners sitting around them. The moment you sit there, they look into your eyes. They're scanning you. They're listening to you. The words are being scanned in their brains. And the papers are put forward by you. Those are very technically deeply scanned for everything. Not only language plagiarism, but also the numbers, the data, the presentation, your connectivity with the presentation, your connectivity with the people sitting over there. You have to be very thorough, very straight, very deep-minded. इतनी आसानी से पैसा नहीं देता है कोई. तुम देते हो किसी को? Do you give? If you hire somebody for 25,000 rupees, he asks 50,000. Do you give? You don't give. क्यों दे भाई? So that's why investor will give you easily. We can talk the whole life only on this particular topic because things keep on changing with the methodology. 2 years back, systems were different. COVID has evolved new normals, which were a hush-hush matters 2-3 years back. Now it is effectively playing a role in our lives at all levels. If we talk of investors of Series A funding, It is again a very deep subject. While there are hundreds of venture capital firms, if we talk of America alone, most of the people investing in India are from America. If I start reading, it can be a list of more than 100 VC firms. And it will take 10, 20, 30 minutes. But I would like to take some names for your references. Few of them can be the early stage investors. Just note down. It will be flashed here on the screen also. IDG Capital, New Enterprise Associate, Sequoia Capital China, Y Combinator, Zen Fund, Sequoia Capital India, Matrix Partners China and India, Intel Capital, Index Venture, and Google Venture. Of course, they are investing all over the globe. PitchBook also cites these organizations as the most active investors in European Asian Series A investment fundings. And the names of these companies who are investing in European and Asian companies and startups: I'd Invest Partners, High-Tech, Grand Fonds, Octopus Ventures, Index Ventures, Partech Partners. It can be in hundreds. For this, you'll have to work hard. Go to the globe via internet. Find the people who are there giving funds. Now let's talk about how to get Series A funding. Number one, join an accelerator. Approximately 1/3 of the startups that raise Series A funding go through an accelerator. I mentioned in the previous series also. And the top 3 accelerators account for 10% of all the Series A funding rounds to be closed successfully. While joining a top-tier accelerator gives you the best statistical chance for success in ultimate getting Series A funding. Accelerator plays a big role. These groups only accept about 2% of applicants. Only 2% of applicants. Startups that successfully raise Series A funding without going this route often did so by networking early and often with influential investors. They have a different lobby. Whether they are angel investors or VC from leading venture capital firms. Are you getting the difference in talk? You have to understand this as a startup founder. You cannot overlook this. The number one factor evaluated for acceptance into the leading accelerators is your own team. Your product, your team, your setup, and then the market, then the fund flows in from the investor for Series A funding. Number 2, leverage your network. We spoke earlier also. When fundraising, your network is critical. The market network, the suppliers network, the team where from you will get to produce your product in your shop floors, that network. Number 3, extend and nurture your network. Extension of your network, nurturing of your network is very important. Almost everything is there which I spoke in my previous series. series about risk of raising funds. You have to continue to nurture and leverage angel and micro VC connections before even thinking of pitching. Before even thinking of pitching them. Take as many new meetings as you can. 2, 3, 4, 5 meetings से कुछ नहीं होगा. Nothing will happen with 2, 3, 4, 5 meetings. You have to keep in mind, apportion the time, set the things in your mind, minimum 20 to 35 meetings. You'll be lucky if you get funds on the 20th meeting. Take as many meetings as you can. Building and nurturing genuine relationship before starting the Series A tour. It can dramatically improve your odds. This is where 9 out of 10 startup founders fail to get Series A funding. Are you getting? Nurturing and developing your network at all levels. In design, development, prototype development, production base, people to produce it, people to handle it, people to run it, people to source it, people to sell it, and people to collect money. In 4 lines, the whole story is said to get Series A funding. For Series B funding, I'll come again in my next episode. Thank you very much for having patience to listen to me and watching my video. You are the best. You're the best. You're the best. If you need any help, call on me on my number 9999 144 267. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.